Did you know that New York's vibrant landmarks are also home to stories that send chills down the spine? New York City, a metropolis teeming with life, iconic sights, and rich history, holds within its heart a myriad of tales that blur the line between fact and fiction. Tales that lurk in the shadowy corners of the city's most famous landmarks. Take the Chelsea Hotel, for instance. This establishment, known for its artistic residents such as Mark Twain and Dylan Thomas, houses more than just fascinating history and culture. It's also a hotbed for paranormal activity. Guests and residents alike have reported unexpected encounters with the apparitions of its famous past occupants. Stories of eerie occurrences and late-night spectral sightings are common, creating an uncanny mix of the luxurious and the mysterious. Then there's the Belasco Theater, a place where the world of drama and the supernatural intertwine. The theater's founder, David Belasco, was so dedicated to his craft that many believe he never left. Even today, performers and audience members report seeing Belasco's ghost, a figure dressed in a monk's robe, wandering through the theater, forever a part of the world he loved so much. And it's not just fleeting apparitions. Some claim to have heard ghostly whispers, felt a sudden chill, or even experienced an unexplainable feeling of dread. These encounters create an atmosphere of eerie fascination, adding a new, spine-chilling layer to New York's theatrical world. But why do these spirits linger? Some say they remain tied to these locations due to unfinished business or a deep attachment to their past lives. Others believe they are remnants of the city's past, forever imprinted in its historic fabric. Whatever the reasons, one thing is clear. These tales, chilling as they may be, add an eerie, fascinating layer to New York's lively cultural scene. They remind us that every city has its secrets, and New York, with its rich history and vibrant life, is no exception. So, the next time you walk the streets of this bustling city, remember, you're stepping into a world where history and mystery are intertwined, a world that's just as captivating as it is haunting. Beneath the city's bustling streets lie hidden passages shrouded in mystery. This is the New York that few get to see, a labyrinth of forgotten tunnels and catacombs that tell tales of a time long past. One such mystery is the sealed-off City Hall station, a gem hidden right under the noses of millions of New Yorkers. Once a bustling hub of activity, it was closed in 1945 due to its curved platform, which, as larger modern trains came into use, became a safety concern. Now it remains a ghost of its former self, a silent reminder of the city's ever-evolving nature. Legends swirl around this forgotten station, with some claiming to hear the faint echoes of old-timey jazz music and distant chatter, a spectral soundtrack of the city's bygone era. Just as intriguing are the catacombs beneath the old St. Patrick's Cathedral in Lower Manhattan. A place where history and mystery intertwine, these catacombs have been a final resting place for many since the early 19th century. It's said that the spirits of those laid to rest here still linger, creating a chilling ambiance that is both haunting and fascinating. Whispered tales speak of eerie sounds and spectral apparitions that seem to emerge from the shadows, adding a layer of intrigue to this hallowed ground. Both the City Hall station and St. Patrick's catacombs are a testament to New York's layered history, a reflection of a city that is constantly evolving while still clinging to its past. They are a part of the city's underbelly, a world beneath our feet that holds secrets from centuries ago. These underground passages, with their damp walls and echoey silence, are like a time capsule. They hold stories of a New York that existed before the skyscrapers and the bustle, a New York that was just beginning to find its identity. As we walk the city's streets, it's worth remembering that beneath us lies a world steeped in history, shrouded in mystery, and teeming with tales that can send a chill down your spine. These underground passages hold centuries of history and eeriness. New York's folklore isn't complete without the sighting of cryptids, such as the infamous Mothman. This creature, a figure of urban legend, is known for its glowing red eyes and large wings. It's an ominous presence that's been reported throughout the city, stirring a mix of fear and curiosity. The Mothman isn't just sighted for the sake of a scare, though. These sightings have been eerily linked to various disasters that have occurred within the city. Each time the Mothman makes an appearance, it seems to serve as a harbinger of doom, a warning of the catastrophe to come. The question remains, is it a predictor of disaster or merely a spectral bystander? It's a chilling thought, one that adds an element of terror to the city's folklore. So the next time you're walking the streets of New York, keep an eye out. You never know what might be lurking in the shadows. These cryptid tales add a terrifying aspect to the city's folklore. New York's narrative takes a sinister turn with its history of organized crime and the Mafia. The city, known for its towering skyscrapers and bustling streets, also holds a darker side, one that is steeped in the chilling tales of the underworld. The notorious five families, Bonanno, Colombo, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese, once ruled the city's underworld with an iron fist. Their influence extended far beyond the city's boundaries, reaching into the realms of politics, law enforcement, and even Hollywood. The five families were not just criminal organizations, they were complex and deeply entrenched networks, with their own set of rules and hierarchies. Their reign was marked by violence, corruption, and an insatiable lust for power. But the Mafia's grip on the city was not unchallenged. The law enforcement agencies, led by tenacious and fearless individuals, waged a relentless war against these criminal enterprises. The battles were fierce, often spilling out onto the city streets, turning them into real-life crime scenes. The Mafia's reign, however, was not to last forever. Over the years, relentless law enforcement efforts and internal power struggles led to their decline. Yet the legacy of the Mafia's reign is still very much a part of New York. The city's landscape is dotted with remnants of this dark era. Restaurants, bars, and buildings that once served as the Mafia's favorite haunts still stand, a silent testament to the city's shadowy past. These sites, though now mostly ordinary establishments, were once the backdrop for clandestine meetings, power struggles, and even brutal executions. The city's association with the Mafia has been immortalized in countless films and books. These stories, however, often romanticize the Mafia's rule, glossing over the brutal reality of their reign. The truth, as is often the case, is far more chilling. The Mafia's influence seeped into every corner of the city, leaving a lasting imprint on its soul. Even today, the echoes of their reign can still be felt, adding a chilling edge to the city's vibrant image. One of the darkest moments in New York's history is the devastating Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire. This tragic event took place on March 25, 1911, and is seared into the city's memory as a stark reminder of the human cost of industrial growth. The Triangle Shirtwaist Factory was located in the heart of Manhattan, in the Ash Building. It was a bustling hub where hundreds of garment workers, mostly young immigrant women, spent their days hunched over sewing machines, creating the popular shirtwaist blouses of the era. It was a scene of industrious activity, but beneath the surface, it was a ticking time bomb. The factory was a fire trap. Doors were routinely locked to prevent theft, obstructing escape routes. Fire safety measures were virtually non-existent. On that fateful day in March, a small fire ignited, perhaps from a carelessly discarded cigarette, and within minutes, the factory was an inferno. The workers found themselves trapped. The fire escape collapsed under the weight of desperate workers. The locked doors blocked escape routes. Firefighters' ladders were too short to reach the upper floors. In the end, 146 lives were lost, many of whom jumped from the windows to escape the flames. The aftermath of the fire was a city in shock. The grief was immeasurable, but so was the outrage. The fire exposed the harsh reality of labor conditions in the city. The factory owners were put on trial, but acquittals followed, deepening the wound. However, this tragedy led to significant changes. It sparked a labor movement demanding safer working conditions, and new laws were passed to protect workers. The Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire was not just a disaster, it was a turning point. It forced the city and the nation to confront the inhumane conditions under which so many labored. It led to significant changes that improved the lives of workers across America. Yet the memory of the fire and the lives lost remains a haunting reminder of the cost of negligence and indifference. This event casts a somber shadow over New York's industrial past. Rikers Island, the city's main jail complex, is notorious for its dark history. This massive complex, nestled in the East River between Queens and the Bronx, is steeped in stories of violence and alleged human rights abuses. For over a century, it has been a symbol of a deeply flawed justice system. Its grim reputation is not unwarranted. The island's history is stained with tales of brutal treatment of inmates, leading to a multitude of lawsuits and public outcry. Reports of neglect, physical abuse, and even deaths within the walls of Rikers have sparked widespread controversy. This is not just a story of a jail. It's a tale of systemic failures, of lives lost and voices silenced. It's about the constant struggle for reform, for justice, for humanity within a system often devoid of these virtues. Rikers Island remains a controversial and dark spot in the city's justice system, a chilling reminder of the shadows that linger in the corners of the vibrant city that is New York. New York's abandoned places, each with their own eerie charm, add to the city's mysterious side. These silent witnesses to the city's past have tales to tell, tales that might send a shiver down your spine. Consider the abandoned smallpox hospital on Roosevelt Island. It stands as a haunting reminder of the smallpox epidemic that once swept the city. Opened in the mid-19th century, the hospital was tasked with isolating and treating patients suffering from the deadly disease. Today, it stands empty, its crumbling Gothic revival structure a stark contrast to the modern skyline of Manhattan. Ghostly tales abound, with reports of strange noises, flickering lights, and apparitions of former patients and doctors. Then there's the old Creedmoor Psychiatric Center in Queens. Once a beacon of progressive mental health treatment in the late 19th century, it gradually fell into disrepair and was largely abandoned by the end of the 20th century. The buildings that were left empty have since become the stuff of local legend. Stories of unexplained sounds, ghostly sightings, and an uncanny sense of being watched have been associated with the old hospital. Some even claim to have seen the apparition of a nurse, forever trapped within the confines of the abandoned ward she once worked in. These two places, like many others across New York, stand as chilling monuments to the city's past. They carry with them a sense of history, of lives lived and lost, and of events that have long since faded into the annals of time. And yet, their abandoned halls and empty rooms still echo with the stories they hold. These abandoned places are a magnet for thrill seekers and paranormal enthusiasts. They offer a glimpse into a darker side of New York, a side that lies hidden beneath the city's bright lights and bustling activity. So next time you're in the city, consider paying a visit to these silent storytellers. Who knows what tales they might have to tell? The Hudson River, a scenic backdrop for the city, is also a source of mysterious tales. Its serene, shimmering surface hides stories as deep and turbulent as its currents. Legends abound of ghost ships silently gliding across its waters under the ghostly glow of the moon. The most famous of these spectral vessels is perhaps the Half Moon, a Dutch ship said to haunt the river, its ghostly crew forever sailing towards an unreachable destination. The Hudson isn't just a haunt for spectral sailors, though. Whispers of river monsters lurking beneath its surface have persisted for centuries. The Hudson River Monster, or Kipsy, as it's lovingly called, is said to be a serpent-like creature, akin to the Loch Ness Monster. Sightings of this elusive creature have added a layer of intrigue and mystery to the river. The Hudson, with its ghost ships and river monsters, is more than a waterway. It's a source of timeless tales and legends. The Hudson adds a mystical and ominous element to New York's geography. New York's mysterious aura is further enhanced by its history with secret societies and cults. The city, often seen as a melting pot of cultures and ideas, has also been a hotbed for the clandestine, the obscure, and the esoteric. One can't help but wonder what secrets are being whispered in hushed tones behind closed doors. Take, for instance, the rumored gatherings of the Illuminati. This secret society, often associated with conspiracy theories and world domination, has allegedly held meetings in the city. While proof of their existence remains elusive, the very thought of such a powerful group, possibly influencing world events from the shadows of New York's skyscrapers, is enough to send chills down your spine. And then there are the cults. Over the years, New York has seen its fair share of secretive religious and spiritual groups, each with their own set of beliefs, rituals, and practices. Some have been benign, others more sinister. From the Process Church of the Final Judgment in the 60s, known for their dark theology and rumored links to the Manson family, to more recent groups like the NXIVM cult. These organizations operated in the city's shadows, their activities shrouded in secrecy. But it's not just the notorious or the infamous that add to New York's enigma. There are also the lesser-known societies, like the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, an occult group from the late 19th century that delved into the mysteries of the universe through rituals and symbolic teachings. Their influence can still be seen today in the city's spiritual and New Age circles. It's these secret societies and cults, their hidden practices and veiled agendas that contribute to New York's mystique. They remind us that beneath the city's vibrant exterior, there's a world that thrives on the unknown, the hidden, and the mysterious. These secret societies and cults contribute to the city's enigma, making it a place of fascination and intrigue. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the darker, more mysterious side of New York. It's been quite an adventure, hasn't it? Diving into the secrets that lie beneath the city's vibrant exterior, we've explored the unknown, the hidden, and the mysterious. Now, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you heard of these secret societies or cults? Or perhaps you've had your own encounters with the city's enigmatic side? Share your experiences in the comments below. We're always eager to hear your stories. And if you've enjoyed this exploration of New York's mysteries, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We've got plenty more intriguing content coming your way. So stay curious, stay vigilant, and as always, keep exploring the unknown. Until next time, take care.